Hi everyone, my name is Heather and I'm the person behind Happy Puppy Truffles, and today I wanted to share with you guys another kind of project that you can use for celebrating Hinamatsuri. And this is actually not just restricted to Hinamatsuri, it's also kind of a great thing for spring. We usually right around the end of March is when the Sakura blossoms are in bloom, and so everybody has what we call a hanami, which is a picnic outside underneath the bloom. It's a great time to enjoy nature and celebrate, and a lot of people get really drunk. But that's not something I've ever done, but that's what some people do. So, but yeah, so it's just a great image for this time of year, and it's a common part of what you see in the decorations for Hinamatsuri, even though Hinamatsuri is a little early in March. So a lot of times if real Sakura bloom's not available, they'll use peach blossoms or plum blossoms are also another thing you could use too. Very easily confused for one another. So, but I'm going to use a Shikishi board again to kind of create a display of these. And a Shikishi board is just a display board that we use in Japan for when you're doing kinds of arts and crafts. You sometimes use them to put messages or writing in Japanese calligraphy, or sometimes you'll see people paint on these too. Lots of different uses, but definitely really common with origami. And you could just use mat board or some other kind of board if you're going to be doing this on your own too and you don't have access to this kind of shikishi. Now I've gone ahead and laid a piece of handmade paper across the bottom here that's in a really pale pink, and it just adds a really nice bit of texture to the board. And then I tore a piece of the handmade paper that's in this really cool brown color. And when you get this paper that has that fiber in it, it tears really good and creates a really neat kind of frayed sort of image that you can use for a twig or a branch. And it's really common to cut one of these off and use it for Hinamatsuri displays so that you can have the fresh bloom there in a vase. And so this is a really common image for this. And what I've done is taken some blossom origami blossoms and cut a whole bunch out, you can see here. And these are just super cute and easy things that you can make. Now, I don't even know offhand how many I've used here, but one of the things you can do, because it can be sort of time consuming to make a lot of these at once, you want to start off with, look at the square piece, I had a piece that wasn't square. These are 4 by 4 centimeter square pieces of paper, and if you recall from the video, the tutorial of how to make a blossom, you fold your paper in half into a triangle, and then you fold it in half again. And then we take this right edge here and find where the center is by folding the point up to the tip and just pinching the side there. And then taking this side and folding it down to that center line and giving a good pinch so that it goes all the way to that crease that we had. Then taking that bottom right and creating a point right there at the bottom in the center, we're going to roll it around until we get a chance to get that first crease mark to line up with the second one. And once you've got that, then you can fold in half again here, and then in half right down the middle. And then you just cut right from a lower point here, curving up, creating what's essentially the side of one of these. And it can get kind of hard to do that, obviously, for all of them. So what's a good thing to do is to just get one of them to just this stage, and then take all your other pieces of paper and just it helps sometimes to just do the same fold over and over again. So I like to just get all my paper and just fold it in half first. And then I can take all of them and line them up here and just copy where this crease is just by pinching. And because this origami is kind of really not that exact, it's nice to kind of have it just be a quick and easy kind of fold, and then you can get some more kind of natural looking bloom from when you're done. So you get all of them folded over, and then you just have to fold this side over too, and then just fold them in half and cut them. Just make sure you get the cut right. You want to start low and go up high. You don't want to go the other way, or you'll get more cuts than you want, and you won't get a 6 petal bloom. Now, officially, usually Sakura blossoms have 5 blooms. It depends on the kind of Sakura too. The ones that are really popular in Omura have more blossoms, more petals. So it's just, it's kind of a difficult thing, I think, sometimes to tell, is that a Sakura blossom, or is it a plum blossom, or is it a peach blossom? Who knows, right? So, but we're just kind of shooting for this here like this. Generally, Sakura bloom is more pale and lighter in color. And actually, the ones, like I say, near where I live in Omura, though, they're almost white. They're so pale. And the natural ones that bloom near the mountains are very white. So kind of just, depends on what you want to use, what colors you have. I thought I'd kind of mix it up a little just with some different colors, but usually they're all the same colors. So it just depends on how you guys want to do things. But they tend to be kind of in bunches. So, you might have a couple blooms all in one area together, and then some more here and there. Just kind of do what you like, and I don't even know if I wind up using all of these, but kind of have a little bunch of them in spots along the branch here to give the impression of kind of like a clump of the bloom. Usually they're on a longer little bit of twig to kind of show how things look, but you can kind of just clump them along in different places and kind of play around with it a little bit. And I'll go ahead and glue these down. You just need to put a tiny bit of glue right in the middle and then just press it down, and you'll still get a little bit of 3D to the way these stick onto the board. So it kind of creates a really pretty picture that way. So for example, I could just start off here by just putting a tad bit on the back and just putting that right here. And thinking about it too much can kind of sometimes make it too time consuming and you don't really get the result you want. So, just kind of play with it and have fun as you just randomly kind of stick these in places. And I'll go ahead and finish kind of putting them on here, and then we'll take a look at how things look when we're done. So when you're finished, you might have something that kind of looks like this, with just some random little blossoms everywhere. And if you want to, you can put a signature or something on the work when you're done. That's just kind of up to you guys what you prefer to do. I'll put my little stamp down there. But this is, like I said, just a common, fun way to kind of honor Hinamatsuri and spring in general. So I'll have some more fun projects to share with you guys in the days to come. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.